Well, welcome to the Rocker Skating Podcast, episode 11 of our Olympic season. And you know what? This week is pivotal because it is the end of the Junior Grand Prix series, and it is the next week beginning of the Grand Prix series. And we had like 500 competitions that we had to talk about this week. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, Jackie.
Did you watch all the?
I did not. I couldn't find it. I feel like I've spent so much time on like Twitter and TikTok trying to find these programs because they're not on YouTube, and I'm ready to just be able to like turn on Peacock and just play the event in full and watch the whole thing and not be like searching in between.
Yep.
And looking on my phone. Like, give it to me, please.
Turn on Peacock and do it. Put on your VPN and go on the ISU,
do a little bit of that too.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I usually have both of them up because in case one goes down somehow and the other one, anyway. The things we've done as figure skating fans over the years to get our skating fix. Okay, this week on this episode of the Rocker Skating Podcast, we have a few things that we're going to talk about. We're going to go through Tayside Trophy in the UK, Budapest Trophy in Hungary, and we're going to talk about the Junior Grand Prix, the last event of the series, which means we have our Junior Grand Prix final and entries. So we'll talk about that, and then we will talk for most of this episode about the Georgian sweep at the Georgian Challenger Series, the Trialeti Trophy, which I didn't realize that the Trialeti Trophy was named after this, basically sort of like this statue or like the sculpture cup thing. Somebody's going to school me on it, but their trophies are the Trialeti. Which was very cool. Yeah. Like they, the trophies are like they're really cool. Like it's like this sort of marble based sculpture with a cup on top. And I'm literally Googling Trialeti right now. The Trialeti culture is named after the Trialeti region of Georgia, and there's a whole thing around the wares that they made in the Bronze Age, and so there are these cups that were made in the Trialeti culture in the Bronze Age. That was the trophy that the skaters were given. Cool. It was very cool. It was if you get to go online and just like Google the Trialeti Trophy, winners cup, they're very nice.
If they keep giving away that good swag to the winners, they're going to attract some higher level entries in the future, and Georgian skaters may not have as easy a time winning the Trialeti trophies.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of them skated very well, and also what was interesting about the last 2 weeks, right? Last week was Kazakhstan, this week was Georgia. There were a number of skaters who decided, hey, let's do a 2-for-1 and do two competitions in sort of the same-ish region of the world. And so, you had someone like a Jason Brown doing back-to-back competitions, which we're seeing him doing a lot of competitions this season. And there were a number of those instances as well. So we will talk about the Trialeti Trophy, but let's get started with, where do you want to go? Tayside? Where do you want to go?
Tayside.
Let's go to Tayside. Interesting competition. I know, right?
Wow. I wish I could watch some of it. I have really seen very little. But I mean, awesome showings from the Americans, and the Czech team apparently skated pretty well, and Kunti and Machi had an awesome showing with a 130 in the free skate.
Yeah.
Almost 71 in the short. I mean, sounds great.
Like the interesting thing you were saying about the Americans, right? There were 3 American pairs in here, 2 of whom have really not been in the conversation for the Olympic season. But hey, Lou and Bedard, new pair,
Mhm.
And Plazas Fernandez coming back from injury, both scoring basically 180 points here.
Mhm.
Those are big scores.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did
And Lewin
well.
Bedard getting a 68 in the short program.
Yeah,
That's
that
like
was not on my bingo
that
card.
is a statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, Chelsea Liu is always a really beautiful pair skater. She just had some jump rotation issues, and in her previous partnerships, they always had a, I don't know, strong potential and strong look to them. But I think that was, something that held her back in the past. But yeah, she seems to really be gelling in this new partnership.
I mean, you look at this, and we'll talk more about this in the Trialeti Trophy
Hmm.
because there are more American pairs who are in there.
Yeah, where are they
Um,
all coming from? We have so many.
this like, all of a sudden we have
Yeah.
this very, very intriguing fight for
Mhm.
the two spots for the American pairs. Obviously,
Mhm.
two spots and not three.
Mhm.
Um, but it's gonna continue to shape up to be a fairly interesting
Mhm.
fight for the Olympic team and for the world team, right? Because
Mhm.
we've got pairs who have citizenship things,
Mhm.
and you could very well potentially see pairs who are on the podium at U.S. nationals who can't make it to the Olympics but can
Mhm.
make it to Worlds, and so the
Mhm.
the the, the teams actually might look very different
Mhm.
depending on who ends up on the podium.
Mhm.
But you were talking about Valesi and Bidar, who are second here. Wow, okay, Lewin Bedard and Valesi and Bidar.
Mhm.
Lewin Bedard were
Mhm.
were the bronze medalists just over Plazas Fernandez.
Mhm.
Valesi Bidar were fifth in the short program and pulled
Mhm.
up to second, and
Uh-huh.
that 182 would have gotten them an Olympic spot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of frustrating. I picked them to make it when I
You
was
did,
making my predictions.
yeah,
I think they just had a rough day at the office in
yeah,
Beijing, and yeah.
yeah. Tough to see.
Mhm.
But Contimachi winning that one,
Mhm.
kind of steering clear of a couple of these like major showdowns in
Mhm.
pairs that we've been seeing,
Mhm.
and we'll talk about one of those.
Mhm.
And on the women's side, Alina Bonillo had a
Mhm.
massive win, 30-point win.
Mhm.
Skated very well on the short, or
Mhm.
hit a triple toe on the short, and then doubled her flip.
Mhm.
But I remember last year at nationals really liking her skating.
Mhm.
She just didn't skate very well at nationals itself, but has a triple axel or
Yeah,
had,
she has amazing
yeah,
jumps, right? Am I
really,
remembering that
really
correctly?
amazing jumps. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yeah.
Mhm.
Booming jumps, and
Mhm.
kind of one of those maybe dark horsey type skaters, and maybe a skater to watch for this next quad.
Mhm.
But she's got some potential. And speaking of triple axels and potential, Alexa Gasparotto also lots of potential. She did not try her triple axel here, which I'm surprised about given
Mhm.
how many beautiful triple axels we've seen on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Um, and she got second here, and Nina Povey getting third. And
Mhm.
then for the men, we love to see this. We love to see Yari Kessler winning because he's such a beautiful skater.
Yeah.
It wasn't a super deep field here,
Mhm.
but the skaters who were here were all very sort of evenly matched, right? A lot of
Mhm.
them were in that range, and
Mhm.
so Yari Kessler getting hitting 200 points here. Maurizio Sandron getting
Mhm.
silver. Michael Shea of the U.S. getting
Mhm.
bronze. Tayside Trophy.
Mhm.
You can't beat that, I guess. Tayside Trophy. Let's move over to more east and south, and let's go to Budapest,
Okay.
which used to be a Challenger Series event, but it is not this season.
Like, not at all.
No, not at all. But yeah, I mean, especially given so many competitions happening,
Mhm.
right? Like there are only so many you can
Mhm.
get to. But I think for me and especially for you,
Mhm.
Michelle, the most interesting one was the return of Ladroit and Laga, who
Yeah.
had withdrawn earlier this season because of a concussion. Was it a concussion
I
again?
think we speculated that might be what it was. They were
Okay,
on the
we
the
don't know.
entry list for Nepola, and then they disappeared from it. So we speculated that, but no idea. Yeah.
Okay, so there was
But
no confirmation of what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah. And yeah, we got to see their programs. They have returned. I had heard that they were working on a free dance to Pieces by Bach earlier this year, but they have returned to their White Crow Nureyev free dance, which was a huge hit for them. It's one of my favorites. It's a beautiful, beautiful program. And they skated that here. I have not yet been able to find a full video of it, but I found a clip. They have new costumes. It looks beautiful. And then they did their ribbon dance, which is a kind of jock jams sport themed, like hockey, I think, themed program. And it's like the music you hear at a hockey game. And I adore this team, and I felt very underwhelmed by it. And their costumes had 19 and 90 on the back with their names, like they were jerseys. It's fun, but I also feel like it's a little bit juniorish, and maybe it'll grow on me as the season goes on. This theme has been hard, and a lot of teams have been complaining about it. And
Very hard.
I credit to them for finding a unique angle. And also, I think I think being French Canadian, maybe they are really passionate about hockey up there, and it's something that's going to play well at their nationals. And yeah.
Yeah. That actually just jogged my memory. We didn't talk about this in News of the Week, but Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we forgot that. Oh my gosh.
We totally forgot it. The
You
rhythm
better
dance.
work. Piper and Paul are doing RuPaul.
Yeah.
I
that is
yeah.
that is probably so far the most sort of interesting and inspired piece
Mhm.
of music that's
We
come
should have
out.
started this saying with it was announced this weekend that Piper and Paul will be winning the Olympics because they are skating to RuPaul.
It's funny
I
because
love it.
I supermodel never even occurred to me, right? Like
Mhm.
I don't know why,
Mhm.
but it's a great piece of music. If
Mhm.
there's anybody who can pull it off, it's them.
Mhm.
Who the heck knows what they're gonna wear? Are they gonna
I
have
can't wait.
costume
There's gonna be
changes?
six different variations, and they're gonna try
Oh,
them all out. Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
totally. Like, is Paul gonna be in drag? Like, what's gonna happen? That. I mean, is Piper gonna be a drag king? Like,
Oh, let's go.
yeah.
I was I watched the music video for Supermodel, and then I was watching a performance of RuPaul at, like, MTV Spring Break, and she was in, like, a, bathing suit and in platform heels, and, I mean, there's so many different, like that piece has so many different, like, quiet moments and, like, pauses, and there's a lot of ways to edit it in a way that's gonna be really impactful, and I'm so excited.
You better
Um,
work. You
yeah.
better work.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program.
Mhm.
Budapest Trophy ice
Mhm.
dance. La Joie winning with a 201. So
Mhm.
one of the few teams so far this season who have gone over 200. I always take these scores with a grain of salt
Mhm.
early, especially the smaller competitions.
Mhm.
Sometimes they can be way too high. Sometimes they
Mhm.
can be way too low. You just never know, and you never really know until you get a bunch of
Mhm.
high level teams and skaters all in the same place. And so,
The same panel.
you know, yeah, it's the
Mhm.
same panel. 201,
Mhm.
that's a good score for them.
Mhm.
Ignatieva Semko getting silver with 185, which
Mhm.
we were talking about. Valesi Bidar,
Mhm.
if they had scored that, they would have gotten an Olympic spot. If
Mhm.
the Hungarians would have scored that, although we were in Budapest.
Mhm.
They would that would have also been like you never know.
Mhm.
It's ice dance. Paulino Tuba getting
Mhm.
bronze in that event,
Mhm.
and then I'm just gonna talk through the men and the women. Landry Lemay of France winning the men's event, and Katerina Kurkova
Mhm.
getting the women's event there. It was all of these competitions were smaller fields, and fairly
Mhm.
spread out given that there were so many competitions happening. So
I need to find a video of Kurakova's free skate because according to her protocol, she fell on a change foot combination spin. So I don't know what happened there, but that surprised me.
and it wasn't one of those falls where you fall at the very beginning. She
Heck, she got a
fell.
level 2.
Yeah, she got a
So
level 2, so
mid spin.
she'd already changed foot.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
What's interesting about that one also is that she took one of her favorite combinations, right? The triple
Mhm.
lutz half loop, triple flip. She's taken that
Mhm.
out
Mhm.
altogether. I think trying to really figure out if she can like get these jumps clean and cleanly called. So we'll see how she develops this season. All right, so two small competitions out of the way. Let's talk about a bigger competition, which is the Junior Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi.
Mhm.
And this was, as we said, the last Junior Grand Prix of the season. With the men, it was a huge shakeup at the end.
Mhm.
Like completely not what I expected to happen. I thought
Yeah.
Sena Takahashi was going to win this. Ended up being Lucius Kazanecki
Mhm.
of the U.S. winning his first Junior Grand Prix uh, title. Dennis Kruglov of
Mhm.
Belgium getting silver, and then Sena Takahashi getting bronze.
Mhm.
That pushed both Kazanecki and Kruglov onto the Junior Grand Prix final and pushed Sena Takahashi off of it. And
Yeah.
so um, I'm pretty sure Sena was in the final last season, and
Yeah, I
so
think
probably a
so.
little bit disappointing for him to
Yeah, he
not
was
make it. Yeah, he
4th.
was fourth. Yeah, fourth last season. Um, so that's sometimes that just happens. All of that was
Uh-huh.
a matter of 3 points among
Mhm.
those three skaters. Kazanecki landing a couple of quad toes.
Mhm.
I think that helped him quite a bit. Um, so that was the men.
Mhm.
With the women, it was Mao Shimada with some foot pain
Mhm.
that uh, took the quad toe out of her free skate, but and also had some a bit of sketchy rotation issues on
Yeah.
some things. Uh, but she still comfortably won 201.17
Mhm.
over Hannah Bath, who
Yeah. Triple axel, triple toe in
triple
the free
axle,
skate.
triple
It was
toe.
great. Her
Her triple axel is interesting
it's
in the
it's so big and there's no
it's yeah,
hesitation. She just
yeah,
is just like hops right up into it
yeah.
and yeah,
It's a
it's
very like quick twitch sort of
mhm.
entry. Like there's like not a gliding edge to it. It's
Mhm.
like I'm gonna go jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when she gets up in the air, it's a beautiful jump.
Yeah.
So Hannah Bath, I mean, she's already made a lot of history for Australia.
Mhm.
She's what her mom is Japanese, right? And her
Mhm.
dad is Australian, something to that
Mhm.
effect. And so um, she
She
certainly
trains at
got
Japan.
yeah, she's got some of that Japanese skating goodness
Mhm.
in her repertoire. So she gets a 192 big score, probably the biggest score
Yeah.
that a Australian woman has ever had internationally, and so
Yeah.
that was great to see. Sophia Schifrin getting the bronze, and she needed to be in the top two to get into the final, so
Mhm.
she does not. Mao Shimada, not a surprise, gets into the
Yeah.
final.
I'm a
Um,
little worried about Mao. I hope she's resting and healing and
yeah,
all good things before the final.
yeah, or before she goes senior, right? I mean, like
Mhm.
it's like yeah, Mao, you've been on the junior circuit for a long time,
Mhm.
and like let's save some of that for the senior circuit
Mhm.
because 4 years is a long time to go.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I gotta say, there was a lot of talk about on the skating Twitter about Akira Kushida's programs, how just
Mhm.
like how musical they were,
Mhm.
the fact that she is doing both women's singles and ice dance at the same
Mhm.
time. Kind of lots of love for her programs and for her the way that she's skating, even though the jumps aren't quite there.
Mhm.
You know, she ended up fifth. Sajin Yoon ended up fourth, and so it was interesting because if you looked at those standings, there was a lot of menning going on in that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
4th and 10th, 5th and 9th, 7th and 4th, 6th and 12th.
Mhm.
Like it's like a lot of just like everybody was going places
Mhm.
in different ways. That's the women. Ice dance, your faves,
Yeah.
Aboy and Veselukin,
Yeah. Won their second Junior Grand Prix of the season and
and
made it to the
getting
final. And they're the top qualifiers to the
top
final. They've got the
top
highest
top
score.
qualifier. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they're the top qualifier because they won both of their events. They actually
Right.
don't have the highest score, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Um, yeah. Exciting for them.
And Bigot getting silver, Bianchi Basile getting bronze. So that sets up our Junior Grand Prix final.
Mhm.
We talked about this last week. It's 3 Canadian pairs and 3 Chinese pairs going to the pairs
Mhm.
event. For the men, Ryo Nakata, Binku Saw, Habin Choi, Taiga Nishino, uh, Lucius Kazanecki, Dennis
Mhm.
Krugloff. We were just saying those two just snuck in at the
Mhm.
very end over Sana Takahashi, who is the first alternate
Brutal.
for the men. Um, so that's going to be a very exciting
Mhm.
battle, especially between Rio and Minkyu, who
Mhm.
they're such great talents, and
Mhm.
we'll see where they end up when the dust settles. For the women, Mao Shibata gets the top qualifying spot. The sisters Kim, Yujie,
Mhm.
and Yusong both make it for the first time together to
Mhm.
the Junior Grand Prix final. Yujie had made it before, right, last season.
Mhm.
Um, no, she did not. UJ did not make it last season. This is her first one.
Yu
So
Song made it.
Song made it
She was fifth.
the last 2 seasons.
Mhm.
So
And fourth
that's
the year before.
yep,
Interesting. I
yep.
always find the Junior Grand Prix final very interesting because the skaters are so young. They have a long period of time between when the JGP ends and when the final is. And so we see changes in their skating and some development. And then also getting them because often we have the same judges from the final, the Grand Prix final judging. So you have like more senior level judges
Mm.
judging juniors. It's always really interesting.
And then also some of these junior skaters will skate in seniors at their
Mhm.
nationals, and so
Yeah.
like the preparation, like you were saying, like just
Mhm.
becomes different, and
Mhm.
it becomes a very different
Mhm.
competition
Mhm.
once that comes around. Mayuko Oka, Mei Okada, Sumika Kanazawa
Mhm.
rounding out those. So it will be kind of like in the pairs, 2 countries, right?
Mhm.
Japan
Japan,
versus
Korea.
Korea. Hana Bath gets the first alternate.
Mhm.
And so she should be ready if anything happens there. And then ice dance, that's the one with the most diversity of
Mhm.
countries.
Yeah.
With a boy in Veselukin getting the top spot, qualifying over Pagana and Koval. I think
Mhm.
the battle between those two will be very interesting.
Then
They,
Bayonne and Brandis from
yeah,
Canada have the highest qualifying total score.
yeah.
So we'll be interested to see how they do. I'm so excited for this competition. I'm
It's
excited for it. It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be close among all
Yeah.
of these skaters. And I'm gonna have to get these names right because they're gonna continue going. Perrier, Gianissini, and Blanc
Mhm.
Happerman, a
Mhm.
mouthful.
Mhm.
But
Sing her out, Giuletti Schmidt. Well, you'll have it down. You'll be able to say it for
can we just?
years.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
PGBK,
Yeah.
PGBK.
Mhm.
They're also in Robertson, Roner, and Woden and Pico.
Mhm.
They round out those
So they have
6.
2 French, 2 Americans, 1 Ukrainian, 1 Canadian.
Yep.
And the alternates are Canadian, Italian, Canadian. Yeah, and I think all these Canadian teams. Let me check to be sure. I'm pretty sure they all train with Scott Moyer. Um,
Mm.
he's doing amazing work in his school. He's got like half of his family on staff. He's got like his cousins and his aunt and his mom, and they all work with these teams. And oh no, the third alternates, Homik and Bulow, train with Mitch Islam. But yeah, in I Am Ontario, it's like the Moyer family plus Maddie Hubble, and it's they're doing amazing stuff. Their teams were just really impressive this year on
I
the
mean,
Junior Grand
also
Prix.
also building that next senior bench, right?
Mhm.
With all these junior
Mhm.
skaters, which is really, really great to
Mhm.
see.
Mhm.
All right, should we talk about Georgian domination
Let's
on the
go.
Challenger Series?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to zoom us out to the Olympics because Georgia has a team for the team event,
Mhm.
and they literally only have one entry per team or per discipline,
Yeah.
right? They have Nike Gatze with the men, they
Mhm.
have Anastasia Gubanova for the women, they have Metelkina and Burlava for
Mhm.
pairs, and they have Davis and Smokin for
Mhm.
dance. Those will be the Olympic entries, and those will be your team event.
Mhm.
And
If they make
we
it to the free skate, they all have to skate twice.
yes, and
Yeah.
but we have also seen that they have gotten stronger and stronger, all
Mhm.
four of them.
Mhm.
And take away the fact that this was a Challenger Series event in Georgia,
Mhm.
and take these scores with a grain of salt as much
Mhm.
as you want to. Um, but they are a formidable team, this team of four, and I don't think we should underestimate the potential impact that they could have if they
Mhm.
all skate well in a team event. So, um, as we saw here, right, with Nika Gatse beating Jason Brown second
Yeah.
week in a row, with Gubanova having very much a resurgence this season after
Mhm.
that world's disappointment.
Mhm.
Metelkina Burlava
They
getting
were
that
just on fire this weekend.
the
I
biggest
mean,
score of the season.
those yeah, and we had seen their programs a few weeks ago, I think, at Kenosha took up. I felt like they hit me with a new impact in the way
Hmm.
they performed here, especially the short program. I sort of saw it with fresh eyes, just the work they've been doing in the last month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have an issue with the ringing phone in the free skate.
Oh, I never have an issue with the ringing phone. I love bring it on. Bring it on.
Davis and Smokin with now the highest score. Well, now both Metelkina and Burulava and Davis and
Mhm.
Smokin with the highest season best scores of their disciplines. Again, take these with a grain of salt. Do
Yeah.
with them what you will. But they all won their
Mhm.
disciplines fair and square, for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, let's take these one at a time.
Okay.
Should we go pairs first? Because pairs
Sure.
was, I think, was
Yeah. Paris was
the
interesting.
the highlight for me,
Mhm.
given
Mhm.
again another ridiculously
Mhm.
exciting pairs event. Uh, Metelkina Berluleva winning over Hasevolodin by 17
Yeah.
points.
So the short program, okay, I have to admit, like, the short program, I agreed with the scoring. I felt like, Matiokin and Beerlaba, they threw down. They have this Bolero program. I mean, and they were so packaged, the bodysuits, the sparkles, the
The,
hair,
the
the
headstand.
intensity. Yeah, the intensity of the Bolero delivery. And I felt like, especially their throws at this event were so powerful. The landings and the ride out and the way that Michokina was landing them, it was like there was no question.
Hmm.
And I also feel like they've improved a lot facially in their like expression. Michokina was kind of reminding me of Savchenko in the way she was delivering this Bolero program and hitting the musical accents just like with her face. And Hassavolodine had like, a little bit less, I think, sparkle in their performance. They had some issues, synchronization issues on their side-by-side spins. I thought in the short program, it was warranted. Um, the free skate, I don't think the placement was wrong, but the scoring was a little bit dramatic. The free skate, the Georgians
Dramatic.
winning by 14.5 points? That was, like, a lot. I mean, Hassafolodin did do a throw double, which was, like, a mistake, but,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that was interesting.
I, I was watching Metalkin and Burlava's
Mhm,
programs, and this has happened before with their skating.
mhm,
I'm always still a little bit. I hold my breath every time he goes
mhm,
up or she goes up for a lift
mhm,
because his footwork is just a little bit
mhm,
what is the word that I want to say? It's a little bit.
Choppy.
choppy. Yeah,
Mhm.
choppy. Like
Like white caps.
it doesn't feel. It feels like it could sort of teeter at any time,
Mhm.
and we've seen him have lift balancing issues, right, in the
Mhm.
past. And so
Mhm.
especially I think he got a little bit too excited at parts of his free skate that
Mhm.
um, I was kind of like, okay, let's keep it down. Let's keep it down.
It's
Um,
harder when you have a crowd that's like
oh,
screaming for you. I
totally,
mean,
totally. Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, they absolutely absorbed and then
Mhm.
reprojected the energy from that
Mhm.
crowd, and it was
Mhm.
really. It's one of
Mhm.
those things, right? Like it's so cool to be able to see
Mhm.
skaters just completely change the way that they skate
Mhm.
because they are feeling the support.
Mhm.
That's what we saw from them.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's the top two. But we were
But
talking about these.
especially that short program.
eh,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we were talking about Chelsea Liu and Ryan Bedard getting a 68, Emily
Emily
Chan and
Chan.
Spencer Howe having a clean short program. Over 70 points.
I wasn't just clean, it was, like, the best I've ever seen them do a short. I mean, even their spins were perfectly in sync. They skated that as best as I could have imagined them. It was so good.
It's crazy because I saw them at um, John Nick's in New
Mhm.
York, and I was like, we've seen this short program before,
Mhm.
and I felt when I was there at John Nick's, I was just like, this is just a lower level of what they can
Mhm.
do, and
Mhm.
it didn't feel like they were here for the fight for the Olympic
Mhm.
spots, and now we have Chan and Howe who is here
Yeah.
to fight for the Olympic spots. I mean,
Yeah.
193.70 for their two programs.
Mhm.
Emily Chan landing a clean triple toe in the short
Mhm.
program, and they had issues with the side by sides in the free.
Mhm.
Not surprising, but it's still a statement from them.
Mhm.
And that also beating Cam and O'Shea,
Yeah. I
who just had a lot of issues, period.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Cam and O'Shea. This is the first we've seen them, I think, and the we know Danny had foot surgery after Worlds, and he skated on a broken foot at Worlds, and that took time to recover from. And then I believe Ellie had a concussion in July. I
Mm,
read that. I haven't gotten that from her directly, but that's what I read. So late start issues, but they had side by side jump issues, throw issues.
yep,
And I think we've seen Ellie have kind of a shying away from really definitively landing throws. And I think we saw some progress on that last
yep,
season, but this
yep.
feels like, yeah,
I
a
have
little
to
step
say
back.
though, what was interesting, I was looking at their throws, and what was interesting about this year is that they are going into these throws with much more power.
Thank God.
Because I feel like the last couple of last year especially, they were like,
Hmm.
we're trying to land these things so we
Yeah.
don't get the deductions, and so a lot of these throws, especially the sow, was
Hmm.
coming in like probably half speed because they are very
Yeah.
powerful skaters, right? And they'd like really sort of slow down
It
for
was
these.
noticeable.
Yep. And this year they're like, no, we're not. We're gonna actually take real speed into these throws, which is a
Hmm.
different technique, right? And they took the sow away and brought in the
Hmm.
flip, and I think the flip is a much better
Hmm.
throw for them than the sow was. The sow was always sort of just like I don't think she ever got the timing correct on the
Hmm.
sow. The loop was always better for them. So, first competition, get out the kinks maybe and see where that goes. I know there was a lot of talk about them doing what's it called?
Everybody wants to rule the
Everybody
world.
wants to rule the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what was interesting about that one? It wasn't an entire "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" song.
There's a
Program.
little sweet dreams in there.
There was Sweet Dreams. There was something else in between that. I think it was
Mm.
Eleanor Rigby that was like in between that. Yeah, it was like a weird combination, but it kind of worked because
Mm.
all of the music sort of blended together very well
Uh-huh.
in the cuts. It's still, I think their Stand By Me free skate last year was still a better vehicle for them.
Mhm.
Um, it doesn't feel at least at this point, it doesn't feel as complex of a program as
Mhm.
last year's program, and maybe that's by
Yeah. I mean, last year they started the season in Nebelhorn and they got a 73, and that's been their personal best ever since in the short. And here they got a 72.74. It's, it's a big difference.
yeah
Um, but it's
62,
early.
62, 74. Yeah,
What'd I say?
yeah,
72?
70,
62.
72. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, it's, yeah,
62.
62.74. So it's
Yeah,
like a 10.5 point difference.
right.
Yeah.
But I think
Um,
we'll see where that goes, right? Hopefully it's first
mhm,
competition jitters, and
mhm.
that's where it is.
And
Uh, yeah,
the Armenians were fourth, splitting the American teams. Karina Akhapova and Nikita Rachmanin.
I think the other one that I was interested in seeing, I mean, they're obviously interested in seeing a lot of these pairs, but
Mhm,
Beccari Guarise, speaking
mhm,
of that fight for the Italian spots, right?
mhm,
Um, they have not sort of gotten their magic back from that season when they won Europeans.
mhm,
160 for them here. That won't be competitive quite with Ghilardi and Brasini, who have been skating fairly well this season already.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
we'll see where all of that goes. But that's
Mhm,
pairs. Dance, we have a few skaters who we've seen already.
mhm,
Davis Smokin winning, Harris Chan. Of course, we saw them at the Olympic qualifying event,
mhm,
getting silver here. Demujo Mercier getting bronze. Becker Hernandez going two competitions in a row,
mhm,
getting fourth, and then Yoshida Morita getting fifth here. So.
mhm.
Um, I think David Smokin, they were talking about how they weren't a big fan of the theme this
Yeah.
season.
A
And
lot of skaters have spoken about that.
yeah,
Phoebe Becker was talking about it too. It was just really hard to find music with the right timing and find pieces that go together. And I
they're just
believe it.
like
We've
they're
gotten some
just
weird
like
programs.
these
Hmm.
oldies, skating to the oldies.
Yeah. Yoshida Morita went back to their free dance from I think 2 seasons ago, Firebird, at this program, which
Which
was
I was kind of sad about.
yeah, yeah,
His Turndo is really good,
yeah. I know. I don't know. Maybe it just felt different for them, and
potentially.
yeah, um, yeah. Davis and Smolkin, I thought skated relatively well here. They skated well last week too. These scores were just really silly. They were quite high. Yeah, I do like their free dance a lot, and I read that they wanted to use the music last year. They really like it, and their coaches were like, "Save it for the Olympic
Save
season.
it.
You just got
Yeah.
to Montreal. We'll do
Right.
it." But it was
Right.
it was a smart choice because it's a good vehicle for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Okay, the women. We have Anastasia Gubanova getting
Mhm.
an over 200, skating well again.
Mhm.
Like she's been
Mhm.
putting down some
Missing
very solid.
missing the free skate at Worlds was a good thing for her in the end, I think, because she's been just so ready early this season,
Yeah.
and
There's always I always have a little bit of a fear when skaters are like just on fire
mhm.
and it's only October. Like
Mhm.
I fear for kind of not peaking at the right time. Like if they peak
Mhm.
too early, we've seen this before with skaters who just like
Mhm.
they're just like so ready to go in the Olympic
Mhm.
season, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I've competed too much, or like, oh no,
Yeah.
I basically have like used up all my energy early, and so um yeah, Nastia, if you are listening to this podcast, please make sure
You
you,
aren't. You didn't
yeah,
hear it.
yeah, you're not listening to this podcast. I will direct message you later. I
Uh.
don't know. Just calm it
Chill.
down a little bit
Yeah.
because it's a long season.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to come, especially like you were just saying, right? Like she's going to be skating 4 programs at the Olympics,
Mhm.
likely, right? Like at
Mhm.
least 3 programs. And if they make it to the final 5 of the team
Mhm.
event, it's 4 programs. So
Mhm.
you gotta pace yourself
Mhm.
because Europeans is right before that too. Like pace
Yeah. Oh
yourself.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Maria Seniuk, skating probably 2 of the best programs I've seen from
Mhm.
her, getting silver. Heian Lee, we were talking about this last week, where Heian
Mhm.
was not getting some of the, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? One
It
of
was
those.
last week.
She
They
wasn't
heard
getting,
us.
yeah. She wasn't getting some of those under rotations that we thought we saw, and this time around it was a little bit different. Um, Anna Pizzetta,
Hmm.
uh,
Oh, her short program was so good. That triple Lutz triple toe. Oh, it's so huge. It's almost too big to control. When she hits it, it's incredible.
yeah,
It's like just soaring.
yeah.
Uh,
But issues with the free skate, I think that's gonna continue to be the issue for
mhm,
her. I mean,
mhm,
even at whatever that competition was where the Italians were 1, 2, and 3,
mhm,
Slovakia, Nepola. It was Nepola.
mhm,
Um, even there, she had a couple of pops, and then here she had more pops, and so important for her to like
mhm,
keep those in check, right? Like make
mhm,
sure that she's not giving away precious points, especially given how well Laranaki Gutman is skating. Laranaki Gutman did not skate here. She was supposed to have, but she
mhm,
withdrew. I don't think it was anything, but
mhm.
I think she's already competed plenty this season.
She's saving her energy
Yes,
wisely.
exactly.
Mhm.
Like just
Because, like,
circling
we
in the ocean as a shark.
we said Georgia was in contention for the team event. The other team that's really in contention for the podium in the team event is Italy,
Another
and they have
one.
one woman, so that's someone who's gonna be skating 2 programs
Exactly. I was
in
that
Milan,
this
or
team of
4.
this team
Yeah.
event is going to be much more interesting than I think any of the other team events have been.
Mhm,
I think.
mhm,
But we'll do the numbers later.
mhm,
Ah Sun Yun and So Young Kim getting fifth and sixth. So Young Kim we saw earlier this season having a really good start to her season. Not so much here, but
mhm,
did come back and from 14th to finish sixth. Rinka Watanabe,
mm.
I
Yeah,
just
I
where
admire her competing so much early this season, just going out there and get it, but she has just really been struggling.
it just feels like
And
she's just like throwing stuff right now.
Yeah, the axle fall in the short program was just like she almost hit the boards, It
Yeah.
was just so, I don't feel like it's strategic, I feel like she's just being super aggressive, and, I hope she doesn't get hurt. I mean, burn
I
out
mean,
early.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The burnout is a thing, right?
Mhm.
She did say, I think to media at this competition that
Mhm.
she's like 90% landing her triple axels. So,
Mhm.
I think there's a reason she's putting two of them in her free, and there's a
Mhm.
reason all that. But you gotta get the competition is gonna be different from
Mhm.
practice.
Mhm.
Um, Also, other interesting bits and pieces here, right? Ida Kauhunen and Linnea Seder from
Mhm.
Finland, like duking it out, and Olivia Lisko was here too,
Mhm.
duking it out for that spot for
Mhm.
Finland. Um, and then your fave, Ava
AMZ.
Ziegler.
Yeah, new free skate. She has a new free skate to music by Birdie, and I like it so much more, than what she had before, and she was 8th in the free skate here. I don't think she's quite in contention for the Olympic team yet, but I definitely see improvement, and, yeah, I hope she keeps building. It's good to see her back. Yeah,
Michelle is like, let's get that Hail Mary at
let's
nationals.
go. I'm
And
still so salty about her getting injured. It's being taken out of mix when she was on such an ascent.
she really was
Yeah.
that like last part of the first half of that season
Mhm.
was just it was sad to
Mhm.
have kind of lost
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
momentum. Star Andrews fourth after the short. She did skate a clean short and then just
Yeah.
fell apart in the free
I
again.
love I love her short that Adam gave her. It's, Beyoncé Run the World, Girls Run the World. I thought it's a great fit. I love the choreography he's been doing for her, and it gives, like, a new, I don't know, dimension to her skating and
Yeah,
performance, and yeah.
so much to talk about with these
Mhm.
women.
Mhm.
This was a very competitive
Mhm.
uh, field.
Mhm.
All right, let's finish with the men. Nika Gatse winning uh, the men's event.
Mhm.
Jason Brown, not quite as sharp maybe as he was
Mhm.
last week. Fell on the triple axel in the short and then landed one in the free. Was
Mhm.
purposefully just putting one in the free.
Mhm.
Uh, just left some points on the table, given that he was only doing one triple axel and then he
Mhm.
popped a triple toe later on. Like there was he wasn't going to score as much already because of the base value. But still, I think this is solid for him and continues to be good. Tomoki Hiwatashi,
Mm-hmm.
he's,
Hey.
yeah, he is one who it's been very hard to rely on his consistency
Mm-hmm.
over the past few seasons. And we now have seen two very good
Mm-hmm.
competitions from him.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Cranberry. Well, three actually. Cranberry was fine, but then
Mm-hmm.
Kinoshita and then Trialeti,
Mm-hmm.
236 and then 237. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
very consistently
Mm-hmm.
scoring the same.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like sort of like all of a sudden he's in the
Mm-hmm.
conversation again after being kind of out of the conversation for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know what you get from Tomoki, to be
Yeah.
honest.
He's changing that narrative. He's taking control of it.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I have a Jason Brown comment that I feel a little guilty making. I probably like I don't want to feel this way, but I really don't like his free skate music.
I was about to
And
say very similar.
it keeps I have a hard time staying invested in the program. It just goes on and on. It doesn't change. And like this is the best skater in the world to skate to a piece of music. I mean, he's like one of the best. Like, and if he can't bring this music to life, I don't think the music is gonna come to life. Um, it just is
Yes.
monotonous, and the vocals are strange, and I yeah, I don't wanna say it, but, like,
I,
it's not as good as he is.
no, I think I
Mhm,
think I think it's right to say I
mhm,
had similar thoughts too when I was watching the program both last week and this
mhm,
week. I do wonder, like there's so much of this that is like how much of the music are we hearing from these live streams? And
mhm,
I'm going to save my final hot take, cold take on this until I see it live in person because
mhm,
sometimes the music in person just makes such a huge difference.
mhm,
But I'm not holding my breath for it.
mhm,
I agree with you. I don't think the instrumentation is there.
mhm,
I don't think it
mhm,
doesn't have the impact. Like you think about Impossible Dream. You
and
think
Schindler's
about
List,
yeah, you think
and
about
that
those
yeah,
those amazing programs that he's had where the music built with him, right? And
mhm,
he really used that as his vehicle to success,
mhm,
and you just don't, it's not there yet.
yeah, yeah.
But the short program,
Yeah, the short's great. Yeah.
um, okay, the other interesting one here, Arlet Levandi.
Mhm,
Arlet Levandi beating Alexander Selevko. Selevko had a decent short. He
mhm,
he did a triple lutz triple toe instead of quad lutz triple toe. I don't know if that was on purpose,
mhm,
but landed a quad toe and the triple axel in the short, and then just fell apart in the free.
mhm,
He's had a number of instances of that happening
mhm.
with him, and Arlet Levandi, he's a beautiful skater. He has found a triple axel, which helps a lot.
Mhm,
And, him getting fourth here and, 15 points over
mhm.
Selevko. And we know Mikhail Selevko is also inconsistent. I
Yeah,
think, last week I was saying it's going to be the fight between the two
yeah.
brothers. It's going to be the fight between the two brothers and Arlet Levandi. I think it's going to
Mhm,
be an interesting one for
mhm,
Estonia nationals.
mhm. He's disrupting the Selevko narrative.
Yes, yes, for
Mhm,
sure. Lots of interesting skating here.
mhm,
Vladimir Samoylov getting fifth.
mhm,
Sihyung Lee, after a really strong last week competition, wasn't quite there this week. Ended up
mhm,
sixth. And then Daniel Martinov of the U.S. seventh.
mhm.
So this was, like many other of these events this week, there was an element of Olympic spot intrigue
What
in a lot of
about
these.
what about the 8th place finisher, Jackie?
What about Vladimir Litvintsev? You want to talk about that costume?
Yeah, I see, I think he was a little tired at this competition after last week. He's never seemed like the most, I don't know. He's never had the best endurance, so I can
Yeah,
see why he
conditioning.
didn't skate as well here as he did last week. But last week when we recorded, I hadn't had a chance to see his free skate yet because I couldn't find it. But I did find it, and it is Joker, like the Joker movie, the recent one with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. The music edit is insane. The costume is insane. It's incredibly entertaining. This is why I love Lid Vincent. He always delivers weird stuff. We get the ringing phone in the short program, and in the free skate we get a printed on bow tie and gun holster and blood splatters on his shirt. The shirt's doing it all. And it's like the music is so strange. There's like Lady Gaga like singing, talking. It's phenomenally weird. It's one of my favorites this year. I'm so entertained by him. I don't know, he just makes me happy, and he's so creative, and good for him doing what he loves. And I feel like the hold the Joker character and franchise has on Eastern European men is so interesting. Because you see when Vincent is doing the straight line footwork at the end of this free skate, he feels so cool. Like he is in it. He loves it. Yeah, that's just something about it for them, just for him. And I don't know, we saw it with Semko, the Hungarian ice dancer. He's doing a Joker free dance. And we've seen this a lot in, this theme, and that's just something about it.
I mean, I'll say Eastern European / Central Asian. Um,
Yeah.
Lest the geography nerds come after us.
Oh,
But
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan,
Well, he
yeah,
lives and trains in
Russia.
in St.
Is he
Petersburg?
Russia? Yeah, he's in
Yeah, he's
Russia.
with Victoria Volchkova, has
Yeah,
been his longtime coach.
yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't really travel with him very often, but she's in his group. He's in her group.
Yeah, I mean, this is Joker Part 2 for him, as we've seen the Joker before, and
Yeah.
and so he's following in the footsteps, and now
Mhm.
he is the Joker and the Lady Gaga character.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, he's in Moscow. I love it. It's just it's so much fun. He always delivers, and
I mean,
yeah.
he always has something.
Mhm.
Am I right to say that is the thing that you are obsessing over this week?
I mean, a little bit. I was going to say Matilkina, throw landings. I mean, it was. I was going to say they are Russian. I mean, they skate for Georgia, but I was like the throws were Russian, and I was just very there for them. I was excited to see them.
Well, I'm also obsessed with Metelkina Berleva, but obsessed with that phone ringing in the middle of the free skate. See, when the phone rings, you
Mhm.
pick it up, or at least you acknowledge that there's a phone ringing. They
Yeah.
are literally going down the ice into another, like, I think it's into their throw flip
Uh-huh.
while the phone rings, and I'm like, the
Yeah.
phone is ringing. Go pick
Well,
it up.
they're busy. Someone else can answer it.
Like say hello. Like,
Uh-huh.
is there a voicemail? Like, what
She
are we
could do that
doing?
position on the landing, like land the throw and then pick it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Acknowledge the phone, please. Can you
Hello?
somebody please acknowledge the phone,
Yeah.
please?
I can't remember now. Litvinsev has a phone ringing in his short. I don't know if he acknowledges it either.
I
But
would just like people to acknowledge the phone because, like
they're screening their calls. If you have a
Medved
phone that rings like that, you don't know who's calling unless you have caller ID. So
I mean,
if you're screening them, you just don't answer, you let it go to voicemail. And then,
Medvedev answered the phone.
yeah, she
Alexei
did.
Romanov answered the phone.
Yeah.
Like, answer the phone, please.
Uh-huh.
It's important.
Yeah.
On that note, we
Ring,
are
ring.
ring ring. Hello. We are done with the Junior Grand Prix. And Michelle, are you ready for the Grand Prix series?
I'm ready. Bring it
Ooh,
on. I'm ready. Let's go.
it's gonna be such a different thing too because it's like we have 12 skaters, like
Mm-hmm.
2 groups, no ice cut. We're just gonna go right through.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's there's gonna be a lot of good skating. Let's hope.
We're going to have some good ice dance this weekend because we're going to see, hopefully, the debut of Guinard and Fabry in their programs. We're going to see Fear Gibson, and then we're going to see Fournier Baudry Sorensen. Fournier Baudry Cizeron, sorry.
Ooh,
Muscle
ooh,
memory. Fournier
ooh.
Baudry Cizeron doing their revised rhythm dance, whatever they're doing, whatever they did that they've been working on, and we'll get to see their free dance again. And we'll get to see, most importantly, how they score at Grand Prix and in comparison to these other teams. Because if they come right out the gate beating the Italians and the Brits, it's like, oh boy.
I
Which I think
swear,
they will.
if
I
they
think they
skate
will.
if they skate to RuPaul's Supermodel, I swear.
Well, no, yeah, no. It's not going to happen.
I've
I saw a tweet that someone said they wanted to be in the conversation. They wanted to see the conversation where Piper and Paul told Carol Lane, "We want to skate to RuPaul," and I would also like to be there. I would like to see that. I wish we had it on camera. That would be. I wonder what Carol was like. What?
Who?
Okay.
Who? Love it. All right. Well, given that the Grand Prix series is happening, our schedule is going to be a little bit different, aren't we? Isn't our schedule going to be a little different, Michelle?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
A little bit. We are going to be coming to you with midweek preview shows, and I promise they will be shorter, but we're going to be, well, maybe not, but we are going to be previewing every single week. We're still working out the schedule, but it's likely going to be Wednesday evening before the competition starts. Although I will be on a plane on Wednesday evening this week, so we'll have to figure that out. But we'll start this week with Grand Prix France.
Let's go.
In Angers. Let's hope it doesn't anger me. Curious to see what their medals are like. We're always interested to see what the medals
no more
are like.
plastic stars. Who was it? Misha G, who like finally got a Grand Prix medal, and it was a plastic star.
It was
him?
totally Misha G.
Yeah. Oh my
Poor
gosh.
Misha. Hi, Misha, if you're listening. All right. Well, we'll be back very soon in your ears to talk about the first Grand Prix of the season. We won't be talking about any Challenger Series events coming up for a bit because this Grand Prix series is happening. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other random things that we're going to continue talking about. So
we'll be back with you in December for
Golden Spin.
Golden Spin.
Spin that is golden.
And please let them have a free YouTube stream. I mean, please.
Golden Spin never has a free YouTube stream. It's always like $80 for, for the weekend. It's such a deal. I'm
giving them an opportunity to step up and take, advantage of the situation and come out the bigger person.
Golden Stream organizers, if you are listening to this podcast, Michelle has given you the right to refusal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michelle, a few more sleeps until the first Grand Prix and a few more sleeps until we go and preview the first Grand Prix. So let's get our homework done and talk to you soon.
Sachet Chante.
All right. Well, for Michelle Ellis, aka Chante, this is Jackie Wong, chief skate nerd of the Rocker Skating Runway. And we are, as always, sponsored by John Wilson Blades and edited and produced by Tara Nichols, who's going to have a real field day listening to this one this week. All right, until next time, which isn't really going to be in a few days, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.